Okay, I think we're live. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and Facebook page. My name is Sarah. Today I have a very lovely guest with me today. Her name is Kruu Naam from, what's your channel again? Speak Thai Possible. Welcome. Long day, sorry.
Hello, it's
Yay.
me again.
It's you again. What are we
It's
gonna
me
be talking about today, Nam?
Today we are talking about the confusing letter in our language. Roria. Roria. ใช่
Okay. I'm sure some of you guys who got into writing already know what Roria is or how to write it. Yeah, today we're gonna show you 5 ways how to use Roria. Okay. All right. So, are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, take it away.
Okay, so รอเรือ let me share the screen first. Okay, do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
good.
So, like Sarah said, that today we're going to learn how to use รอเรือ in 5 ways. Let me write first. What is รอเรือ? This is รอเรือ. รอเรือ. The first way to use รอเรือ, I think everyone know if you learn to write Thai, write and read Thai. รอเรือ can use as an initial consonant, right? For example, the word to know. ซาร่าครูซาร่าอ่านออกเสียงให้ฟังหน่อยค่ะ Can
To
you
know
pronounce
is
it?
Roria is low consonant with my tone is third tone, high tone. Ru, live syllable.
ใช่รู้ maybe another word is mean we.
Sarao, rao, mid tone. Rao.
Rao. That is simple, right? รอเรือ function as an initial consonant. Next, what about this word? Everyone need this.
That's final consonant here. Ahan, rising tone. Ahan. So the first syllable is mid tone because all ang belongs to middle consonant class. And the second one, the second syllable, han, ho, he belongs to high consonant. The first tone without any tone marks is rising tone. Ahan, okay?
ใช่ อาหาร so รอเรือ right here function as a final consonant, and as you know, รอเรือ is not regular final consonant. That means รอเรือ when it function as a final consonant, it gets n sound. So it's like nonu, like any final any word that has a nonu as a final consonant. So รอเรือ has the same sound. อาหาร another example maybe.
Oh yeah, han is live syllable. That's why it's rising tone. Yeah. Okay, next one.
This word. Sarah. อ่าน
อาจารย์ Sarah. Some people call me อาจารย์ Sarah.
Yeah, อาจารย์ Sarah. So รอเรือ right here, it's a function as a final consonant as well. So อาจารย์ and last word for final consonant.
การ is a prefix, right?
ใช่ it's a prefix. So การ can follow by a verb, and then it's kind of turn verb to gerund like in English, or like ทักทาย to greet. การทักทาย greeting.
Yeah.
ทำงาน and you put การ becomes การทำงาน from work to working. So it's a prefix.
So I just want to add that การ is usually put as a prefix for action verb to make it a gerund, right? If it's an abstract like verb like รัก or like feelings, then you want to use ความ instead of การ okay? Also, Nam, you pointed out earlier before when we were talking that รอเรือ is not pronounced like การัน right? At the end.
ใช่ we pronounce like N. So it'sกอไก่สระอารอเรือ has the same pronunciation as การ nothing different.
Right.
การ
Okay, so that one is kwam. Okay, guys, for prefix to make feelings or abstract verbs to be gerund. Okay, let's talk about the word ajan. Back to the word ajan for a bit.
Okay.
Can you explain why we have the yo yak and my tantakat there?
Okay, so yao yak, right here we call ตัวการัน ตัวการัน means the letter that we don't pronounce. And the symbol here in Thai we call ไม้ทันตคาต so when you see this symbol above any letter we don't pronounce that word. And this symbol and ตัวการัน right here you will not see in a original Thai word. It's only used with the loan word, especially Pali, Sanskrit, Khmer, or English. So this is the indicator that this word is not original Thai.
โอเคน้ำคะเอากล้องในซูมออกได้ไหมคะมันมี2น้ำ we have two names right now. That's okay.
Okay, what about this? Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, I hide it.
คุณคลาวส์มาสวัสดีนะคะสวัสดีครับสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello.
แล้วก็ Peter said I'm confused. Peter, can you tell us more what you are confused about? Then we can explain further. Ralph, really good lesson from you, Nam and Sarah. Yeah, I recognize his name. He's you wanna come you wanna come check? Nam?
Oh yeah, okay, good.
Really
Yes,
good.
perfect. สวัสดีค่ะคุณ Ralph.
Yeah, I think you recognize him too, right? Yeah.
ใช่
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Okay, now can we go back to the board?
Let's go back. Hold on. Yep. Okay. So I think we have done with the two ways of using รอเรือ. It's quite
initial.
easy.
Initial. Let's recap real quick. Initial as the sound, true R, not rhotic R. Okay, not like English rhotic R. So it's
close to Spanish raw, but not that strong, I would say.
Yeah, and I just want to add to like in conversation, almost 90% of the time we don't do true R. We just say pretty much like L.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So and then say again. Go ahead.
I mean, me too. When outside of the class, I would pronounce the word รู้ for example ฉันรู้ I would not say ฉันรู้ I would say ฉันรู้ that's it. But in the class as a Thai teacher I would pronounce รู้ but I tell my student that you can pronounce รู้ as รู้ as well because that's what you will hear on the street.
Yeah, but if you give like a formal speech, is always better and more appropriate to true R. Yeah, like for example, when I teach on my channel or when Nam teaches in her class too, we try our best to do proper true R because as a teacher, we're supposed to teach the right way, even though some Thai people do it not so right way, Okay, and the second one, right? We just talk about initial consonant as initial consonant. The second one is to use as the final consonant. Okay, so now I will explain, and it produces sound N, sonorant, final N. Okay. Okay, that's it. Let's move on to third way.
The third way here is quite interesting. I don't know if you guys know. Okay. Here's a form. When you see initial consonant, okay, I write it correctly. Initial consonant followed by รอเรือ For example, a word, this word, very popular.
Pawn.
Pawn. You hear the word pawn in most of the, not most, but a lot of Thai name. สมพร ดวงพ
Especially Thai
ร
female's name, right? Especially ชื่อผู้หญิงใช่ไหมคะ Thai
ชื่อ
female's
ผู้ห
name.
ญิงใช่ผู้ชายก็มี Thai as well like พรชัย for example and be male or female name.
Okay.
Okay. แปลว่าอะไรactually maybe people want to know พรแปลว่าอะไร why so popular in the name.
Pawn in Thai means blessings. Yeah. So if you ask for blessings, call pawn. Yeah. Not pornography. right? Not like you ask about pornography.
Exactly.
I
Or
know, yeah, I know the learners always like giggling and laughing because every time I say porn in class, you know,
mhm,
I know that it's like in English is the short version of pornography, right? But
mhm.
in Thai it actually means blessings.
Yeah, it's a positive word. Mhm.
It's a positive word, yeah. But honestly, I'm not gonna name my kids porn because
Me
it's
too.
more
I will avoid that.
yeah, we try to avoid that, I think. But it's a nice word in Thai. Yeah, it means
Mm,
blessings. Okay.
mhm. Okay, yeah. So here, as Sarah just pronounced for you, we pronounce it as pawn, and you might get confused. Why it is sounds like sala or right? Because if you remembered maybe last week that we talked about the change vowel,
Mm-hmm.
um, sala or is not one of them. Sala or is not a change vowel. Or let me show you. Normally, sala or the form of sala or is we just use or ang, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, a word dad, father. Sarah, could you pronounce this?
This one is pronounced paw. My egg, second tone, loud syllable, low consonant, falling tone.
Mm-hmm.
Paw, paw,
Paw,
paw,
exactly. Paw.
paw.
Okay, so paw without final consonant,
Mm-hmm.
and word with final consonant for sala or, for example, word to try, law or ngor,
Long, mid tone, long, long,
long.
long, long.
So as you can see that the form remains or ang. It's still or ang, nothing changed, not you, and we don't need to add anything. But there is one rule that you need to learn about sara or. It is when sara or has ro as a final consonant,
Mm-hmm.
it changed.
Right.
So, for example, if you want to write a word pawn, but
Mm-hmm.
pawn has ror as a final consonant, you cannot write like this, or ang disappear in this case. So, this is how you write the word pawn with ror as a final consonant.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
the sound is like o ang and nonu, right? On,
Exactly. So, I
on.
mean, if we use non-nu as a final consonant, or even lolling, because they all get the end sound.
Oh,
All of this pronounced as pawn as well.
on as well. Yeah.
Mhm. So
Okay. On.
these three, pawn, pawn, pawn.
อ่าไม่ใช่
Mhm.
Paul เหรอชื่อผู้ชาย Paul อะไรเงี้ย
I mean, because we speak English, so we pronounce as Paul. So
Paul
we pronounce at L sound like in English. But if I ask my mom this word, how do you pronounce it? My mom will say pawn, because when we see lolling, yeah, it is N
อ๋อ no.
sound as a final consonant, like no
So
immediately for Thai people.
we don't have L sound in Thai, right? As a
As
final
as
consonant,
a final consonant, exactly. Yeah. I still
right?
have a problem to pronounce L sound as a final consonant in English word as well. I cannot say that
Like
properly.
what? Paul,
Like
Paul,
Paul, girl, something like that. Yeah, I need to force myself so hard.
smile,
Oh, smile. I could not make it like smile.
oil.
Yeah, I find it
Okay,
difficult. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay. Maybe
Paul,
some more example. For example, the word. What else? Here. I love it.
ละคร
ใช่
ละคร
ละค
Thai
ร
soap opera ละคร
corn. So do not write corn like this. Wrong.
อือฮึละคร
Or
ละคร
one more.
อักษร that's our school we went to the same school อักษ
Exactly.
ร
Yeah.
อักษร actually means letters in Thai but
Mhm.
the faculty or school that we went to is อักษรศาสตร์ yeah
Mhm.
it's arts faculty okay อักษร so สอน rising tone สอน because of the letter สอฤาษี
Mhm.
อัก
High
ษร
class.
อักษร high class Yeah.
Thai.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the third way to use รอเรือ
Okay.
Be careful. Okay. Next, shall we move on to number 4, or is there any question?
Actually, can we point out about the confusions because Sara O, right? Everything's dropped, but it looks like everything's dropped too, but it's not Sara O. It's actually Sara O.
Exactly. So yeah, it's just about, I would say, yeah, สระโอ can you give me one word, one example? จน จน so normally สระโอ the original form without final consonant, this is this one, and when there is a final consonant,
everything drops.
The form everything drops. So it's just จอจาน and นอหนู จน. This is, it's clear that it's สระโอ. It just if you see the combination of initial consonant followed by รอเรือ
that would be different vowels. Yeah, just want to point that out.
Exactly. It will sound like on, definitely. So จน or จอน
Yeah. So that's different. Okay, guys?
Yeah, just remember when you see initial consonant followed by รอเรือ it's not สระโอ. It's สระโอ with no no. So on. Remember that on sound.
Okay, now let's check out some comments together.
Okay, so let's go back. Yeah.
Someone said, Michelle said, interesting indeed. Double Raria. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Gonna.
Jose Alejandro. So Thai writing have a specific diacritic to indicate non-Thai words. Like Karan. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah. So actually,
Go ahead now.
I would like to say, yeah, it's not only ตัวการัน that we can notice that this is not original Thai word. Other example is like you might learn that there are some group of final consonant. So I would call it regular final consonant, like กอไก่บอใบไม้ dot เด็ก that create the dead syllable, and another 5 like นอนหนูงองูมอม้ายอยักษ์วอแหวน the sonorant sound. So this 8 final consonant is used for Thai
original
Thai words, but the rest, like a long list of irregular final consonant, like ยอหญิงนอนเนนทอทง whatever, those final consonants mostly used with loan word, with Pali, Sanskrit, or English.
Yeah,
that's what you can notice.
That's a good question. Also, like Sara O. Can you write for me now?
Sara O.
Yeah. Can you write on the board for me? Are you showing?
Hold on. I forgot to show. Yeah.
Okay. Like Sara O, like the word Scott. If it's an English word, it's gonna change to like cool. Yeah. So usually with Sara O, we don't really have final consonant for Sara O. A lot of them. But if you see something like this, it usually comes from English words, like borrowed words.
Exactly. Yeah. And also we use ต่อเต่า actually. Normally Thai word we use ดอเด็ก as a final consonant.
That's a regular final consonants.
Exactly.
Okay, good question. Okay, now we're gonna move on to number 4.
Okay. Right? Yeah. Yes, number 4. This one. Number 4. The fourth way is, you see รอเรือ two รอเรือ or we call double รอเรือ what do we call that in Thai at school?
รอหันค่ะ
รอหัน in Thai people call รอหัน
เดี๋ยวบอกว่ารอหันค่ะแล้วคนเข้าใจว่าเรียกว่ารอหันค่ะ It's pronounced it is รอหัน I just said ค่ะ because I'm a female. Okay, guys.
รอหัน
เข้าใจยากอีก
Okay. So รอหัน there are 2 ways of pronunciation for รอหัน as well. First way, let me do like this. First, when รอหัน doesn't have a final consonant. No final.
มาเป็นชาร์ตเลยนะคะ
No final con. No final consonant. The sound that you get is an sound. An.
And
For
okay.
example, a word, I write it and Sarah read it or pronounce it.
บรรทัด first syllable mid tone bun like Nam already pointed out, right? And bun, so it's boy my middle consonant, bun mid tone, tat high tone because ทอทหาร low consonant dead syllable and short vowel, tat bun tat bun tat.
บรรทัด so บรรทัดแปลว่า the line, right? The line of writing. บรรทัด บรรทัด another example
บรรหารไหม พูดเล่น
I don't want to talk about politics.
It could be a guy's name. Okay. บรรทุก 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 ทุก also dead syllable, yeah, and high tone as well, yeah, short vowel. บรรทุก
like รถบรรทุก the truck รถ
truck
บรรทุก ใช่
บรรทุก
Oh,
so it produces sound sorry, an, right? Double aurora here gives a sound an. Yeah.
So let's say it's like here.
Yeah. Like
So
that, yes.
or let's say here both pronounced as bun. Bun.
That's right. Bun. Okay. Bun.
Sarah, can you pronounce this word for us?
บันได
บันได
บันไดแปลว่าอะไรคะ stairs.
ใช่ so if you ask okay then how could I know when to use bun with สระอะ and นอหนู and when is bun you use double รอเรือ we have to learn also, right, Sarah? We need to learn that this word use รอหัน this word use normal an.
You have to memorize by reading it a lot, and you cannot really guess. Like as a Thai kid, we can't either. We have to learn that word first before we can remember and like use it. We have to see it first. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Maybe we hear it. Okay, that's บรรทัด รถบรรทุก but we don't know how to write it. But then when we learn at school that okay, this word we don't use สระอะ and นอหนู we need to use รอหัน. We need to use double raw. Okay, so I think it's clear for the first way of rohan an. Next, when rohan or double raw has a final consonant, you get a sound like sala a. For example, the word Sarah, can you read it?
อ่านว่าอะไรคะอ่านว่ากระดำหรือเปล่า
No, it's just like function like สระอะ
กรรมที่แปลว่า karma ใช่ไหม
karma ใช่กรรม
Okay, guys, Nam uses different transliteration of like different from my system, which is
Sarah used this one, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I'm just explaining. So that's why actually I have a quick story to share. Yesterday someone tagged me on TikTok asking me this question because there was some foreigner asking why we use like on the transliteration sometimes he sees G as for Gokai sound, but how come it's Phuket like K and like something else like signs like Phuket is Phuket, right? It's not it's G. So I was explaining that because we have different transliteration systems, and Gokai is not really K, it's not really G, because Gokai is not really voice G, like G, like that.
Right.
And it's not really K, but it's more like K in the word sky. It's like the closest sound that I would say. So please know that you cannot rely on transliteration system for the correct sound. It's better you get into Thai writing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just learn Thai alphabet, then you will pronounce better.
Yeah,
and
learn Thai alphabet with Nam. She's launching a writing course.
Exactly. Come to me.
2 more seats available, right? 2 more seats.
Exactly, 2 more seats available. But actually, it's it's not going to be like 10 people. I have only a group of 5 or 6 people, so I can take care of everyone. But I know anyone who are watching live right now, this
Mhm.
course is not for you because you are not beginner, because my
Right,
one
right.
is start from zero. So just in case that you have you know someone who want to learn Thai, want to learn read and write Thai, recommend them. if you find
To
if you
her,
find
to her. Yeah,
recommend them to come to learn with me. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah,
would appreciate it.
definitely. Okay, gum is
Gam.
comma.
So that means there are 3 ways to write the word gam. It depends. So this word is also gam.
Gum.
ใช่ไหม Sarah gam. But this, what does it mean? This one gam is a verb ใช่ไหม
It's like make a fist, make a fist.
Or it's also a classifier, like when we go to the market and we buy
Uh,
the 1 gum of the
like a bunch,
basil, the
like a
basil
bunch
leaf.
of basils, basil leaves.
ใช่
Okay.
gum.
Gum.
And this is also has the same pronunciation, gum.
Do we have a meaning for
But,
this one?
but this word, I don't think there is
I think
a
it has
meaning.
meaning, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to point out that there are, you can write it 3 ways
Okay.
for gum.
Gum. Okay,
Exactly.
so but if so Roria, two Roria, if they don't stand on their own, then there will be like Sara'a. Yeah.
Sai, Sai,
Okay.
exactly. So maybe do a quiz for double raw. I have a word, I prepare a word that you need to read. This word, I write it big.
โหยากนะเนี่ยยากนะเนี่ย quite
Okay.
difficult quite difficult
It's raw han, only raw han. Maybe can we ask our the viewer to
sure
read it?
anyone knows these words meaning
Mm-hmm.
จรรยาบรรณ
Sai.
จรรยาบรรณ I could give you an
Jan-
example like จรรยาบรรณของครูจรรยาบรรณของครู Cru's จรรยาบรรณ is to น้ำมีอะไรบ้างคะจรรยาบรรณของครู
จรรยาบรรณของครู I would say, for example, we should develop ourselves in order to have the right knowledge and share the knowledge to
knowledge
learner,
with
to
others.
students. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think, yeah. So basically, จรรยาบรรณของครู is who, you have to make sure you get the right information and knowledge. Keep improving yourself and make sure that the knowledge that you share with the students is accurate, right?
Yeah,
And
and
then,
also maybe to support each other, support the people in the same field, support other teachers.
support other teachers in the same
Mhm.
field. That's also จรรยาบรรณของครู as well. So Tekin, it's Shane. Is my friend. He's also an admin to my group, Shane. He said ethics.
Okay.
Correct.
Ethics.
Yes.
Yay, เก่งมากค่ะ
จรรยาบรรณ is ethics. So จรรยาบรรณของครู ethics of a teacher, like Nam and I already mentioned, to make sure that we provide accurate information and knowledge to the learners. I think we have to put the learners' benefit first too. Make sure that they learn something, not just we just don't teach like one way. If it's not well received by the student, we have to try or do our job by like making sure that the student also receive the message correctly and understand and can apply. Yeah. What else
Yeah.
is จรรยาบรรณครู มีอะไรไหมคะ What else?
Maybe what about the behavior of
Yeah,
teacher?
how about the way we should hold ourselves จรรยาบรรณใช่ไหมวางตัวยังไง the way we hold ourselves. For example, we shouldn't be, I don't know, what do you think? How about
it depends actually.
among us? We should help each other, right? We should help other Thai instructors. Yeah, in the community, we should help each other. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about dresses? How to dress?
How to dress? Okay, that topic it's very subtle. I mean, it depends on how people look. But for me, maybe I'm a bit traditional. Yeah, conservative a little bit. I mean, when I'm not a teacher, I dress like normal. Like I dress like short skirt, a dress, tight dress as well. But when I'm a teacher, I teach. I feel like I need to dress properly because I'm a teacher. So you will not, you guys will not see me wear maybe tank top or kind of start to see my boobie, something like that. I feel like that is
You mean cleavage?
inappropriate.
Hold on. You mean cleavage, right? Cleavage. Not maybe not boobies, but cleavage. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Um. Okay.
So sorry about my English, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay. No, I think though, honestly, like when I wear something like this to my old job, some people don't really like it already. So showing too much skin is not good as a teacher. But I think this is appropriate because it's not really like, my it's not like a V cut or like too low, the neck part. But yeah, definitely. Usually like traditional kind of teacher, they always wear something like proper and not showing off too much skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't judge. I don't judge
Thailand.
people.
It's
I
hot.
mean,
It's hot in Thailand, right? It's hot.
yeah, it's hot, but it
I
depends.
don't know.
Okay.
I for me, sleeveless like this, I think it's fine. But if it's like too low, I don't really like doing that because I feel like I don't want to project the image of, I want to look professional. Let's put it that way. I think.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
honestly, like when we go hang out, we sometimes dress like, the way we want to. It's not like we're gonna dress like this when we go
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
It depends on occasions. So we have to dress according to occasions and appropriateness based on our profession as well. Okay, that's Janyaban. Now you get the idea, yeah?
Do I
Janyaban.
write do I write
Yeah.
correctly? Kala Tesa. It's Sosala or Sosu. I'm sorry. I'm not so
ถูก
sure.
แล้วค่ะถูกแล้วค่ะ Kala means appropriateness based on occasions. Yeah. Kala
It's about this word.
Yeah, kala. You don't want to wear something like Nam and go to the beach, right?
Exactly. Right.
It wouldn't be appropriate. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying as a teacher you cannot wear bikinis. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm saying when I teach, I don't wear bikinis. That's all. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that you guys remember this word now. Janyaban.
Janyaban.
So it can be ethics of any occupations. Doesn't have to be a teacher. Okay. จรรยาบรรณของครู จรรยาบรรณของตำรวจ yeah, police
หมอ
ของหมอ yeah, doctor. Okay.
จรรยาบรรณของผู้พิพากษา
โอ้โหยากไปแล้ว judge
เอายาก
ผู้พิพากษา Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay.
Now move on.
I think now we are at the last way of using รอเรือ This one, I would call it silent รอเรือ That means you see รอเรือ but you don't pronounce them.
Good one.
And this one, it is in Thai we call อักษรควบไม่แท้ so let's say it is a false cluster.
False cluster. Yes.
So cluster means when we talk about cluster means you must have two initial consonants. Normally the normal cluster you see รอเรือ rolling and วอแหวน and you pronounce them together. For example, the word กรุงเทพ right? That is cluster.
กรุงเทพ That's true cluster because you pronounce both initial consonants กอไก่ and รอเรือ yeah กว่า yeah กว่า okay.
So this is the normal cluster. You pronounce both of them together at the same time. But what about false cluster? And here we will only focus on four cluster with รอเรือ There are two type. Type 1.
Two types. I like that.
Why? It's funny my pronunciation or what?
No. It's like I like how you put them. I mean, I just like your style. Yeah.
Here. Only these four. When you see จอจานรอเรือ สอเสือรอเรือ สอสลารอเรือ and ซอโซ่รอเรือ This รอเรือ is silent. For example, Sarah, pronounce it, please.
จาริง
No. จริงจริงจริงจริงนะ No. Yeah, exactly. We don't pronounce it จริง even though it's cluster. Like จริงหรอ Sarah.
Ding. You can't really do, honestly, the nature of the sound. You cannot really do jording like that anyways. It's too hard. So it's more natural to say just ding anyway.
ใช่จริง But I have to say that not every word that has จอจาน and รอเรือ they are false cluster. No, you just need to remember some of these words that has จอจานรอเรือ สอเสือรอเรือ blah blah blah, and then they pronounce without รอเรือ. Maybe this is a bit too difficult, but I want to give you an example.
เจริญเหรอ
Here, this one, we pronounce เจริญ right? So we pronounce รอเรือ. I want to show that not every word that pronounced without รอเรือ. Just some of them. I would say maybe only the word จริง that you don't pronounce รอเรือ. I cannot think of any other word that there is a จอจาน and รอเรือ and you don't pronounce รอเรือ.
จาริง Yeah, I mean, honestly, I find that when I say จาริญ it's fine because it's like จาริญ but จาริง it's kind of hard. Maybe because I'm used to it, you know. But yeah, จาริญ and maybe that one word only. I don't think
or จราจร see?
จราจรก็ได้นะคะ
Yeah, จรา we say จรา we don't say จรา we don't say จา yeah, so จรา
I think it's because when you say จริง like really quick, like drop sara like a semi sara, right? It's too hard to do จริง like that. But จริญ it's like separate syllables, so you can really do it like จริญ or จราจร. Oh, we learned so many words today.
Yeah. Another example for สอเสือ and รอเรือ
สริง
Sarah
สร่างก็ต้องอ่านผิดก่อนนะคะคนดูจะได้จำ
ใช่
I have to make it wrong first and then you
สร้าง sounds weird. Never heard.
สร้าง
to build.
And the tone rules we're gonna use according to สอเสือ right? Not รอเรือ yeah.
Exactly. For the cluster, when there's a cluster, normally the tone rules, you use the tone rules of the first initial consonant.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, this word we don't. Yeah, you see this word more like in the name of the temple.
Yeah. See, that's actually my first given name has this word see, and I didn't like it.
What's your name? What's your first name?
See Yuda. I don't want to say I don't like it because
sounds like royal family. Sorry, actually.
Because it's not really like my mom. I know, right? My mom and my dad didn't give me that name. It's actually like a monk. So
okay, you got it from a monk.
I became a Christian, and so I didn't feel like that name would be, appropriate, suitable for me anymore. So I got a new name. Is Talisa. As
very beautiful.
That's my middle name. So my first name is Talisa. Yeah. So I don't have C anymore, even though it means blessing.
So yeah, the meaning is very beautiful, but it's quite old-fashioned.
The sound sounds really old. I remember when I worked at my old job, someone called me and they're like, I think she said something like, "Oh, I thought Kun Si Yuda it's like an old lady, you know."
Yeah,
Like
right.
I was really
The name with the
surprised
word
that
"si," it's our
yeah,
parents' generation.
like
Yeah.
Som Si, yeah. So that's why I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of don't like this name anymore. But yeah, I don't want to upset my mom and my dad, but that's the way it is. Sorry,
Mhm.
sorry, mom and
Yeah.
dad.
Okay. So, and should actually, I don't want to give an example of what for sorrow. There's only one word, but we don't really use it in daily
Sai,
life. I
Sai,
see it in the literature only.
Sai, Sai แปลว่าอะไรเดี๋ยวหาก่อนลืมไปละน่า
To
จะ
be
แปล
honest,
ว่ายัง
I'm not
ไง
so
มั้ง
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
ยังไง Sai it's like
Mhm.
หรือยังไง Sai คุณน้ำบอกเรื่องการออกเสียงหน่อยค่ะ Sai
Okay. Sai. Yeah, it's a folk cluster, so we don't pronounce roria. So we say sai, pronounce it as if there is no roria. Sai, and you pronounce as a high tone. Sai, sai, because so is low class consonant, and low class consonant live syllable. When you see meto, you pronounce high tone. Sai.
โอเคไซส์แปลว่าแบบเหมือนความหมายเหมือนแบบเหมือนแล้วหรืออ่ะเจ้าไม่หิวแล้วหรือเจ้าไม่หิวแล้วไซส์อย่างเงี้ย
แล้ว
แล้ว
ห
ห
รื
รือ
อ
is like you use it to mean like so you're not let's say if I say ไม่หิวแล้วหรือ you're not hungry
That's like
anymore is that right then you're not hungry then so แล้วไซส์ use in poems like poems and stuff we don't use it in conversation it's like a yeah like a literature kind of language yeah
So to turn it into modern words like what you have just tell me, I would say when someone say แล้วไซ in the literature for the
แล้ว
modern
ไซส์
Thai it's like แล้วหรอ
ใช่
right
ใช่ใช่
like แล้วหรอ
แล้วหรื
แล้ว
อ
หรอ
แล้วหรือ
แล้วหรื
แล้ว
อ
หรอ comes from แล้วหรือแหละแล้วหรอ
so
in
it's like
modern
แล้ว
Thai
หรือ
แล้ว
or แล้วหรอ
oh so difficult
Okay, so yeah, this is what you have to remember when you see this four combination. Sometimes some words, rhoria you don't pronounce. You just need to get used to it with this some words, not every word. Okay, that is the first type. The second type that rhoria is silent as well is when you see totaham and rhoria.
okay
It's not only silent, it's totally changed the sound. To and ro you pronounce
together
as so sound. So kind of S sound. And there are only 18 words in Thai language that you need to learn by heart in order to pronounce correctly. But I would say about 10 words that we really use in daily life, but the rest is more like in the literature or you don't really need it.
okay
Actually, I can show you. I have the list here. Here, yeah. So Sarah, pick the useful word for for us.
ทราบค่ะทราบ the first one ทราบ is a formal word for รู้ or to know ทราบ
ทราบไหม ทราบไหม do
ทราบ
you know very polite ทราบค่ะ
yeah and then ทราย
here
ก็ได้
maybe
ค่ะทรายทราย Sai. You guys see y'all yak at the end, right? Actually produce a sound E. Like sai, 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 sai. Yeah. เมื่อกี้คือนึกถึงคำว่าพุทราเหมือนกันแต่ว่า
ซั
ยา
บ
กไป
ซับ
ซับ yeah ซับ treasures ซับ
actually แทรก here we use a lot for example แทรก like interrupt พูดแทรก พูดแทรก
เหมือนที่ซาร่าชอบพูดแทรกครูน้ำใช่ไหมคะ
หรือไม่ก็แทรก when we เอกสาร the document do we use this word แทรก as well แทรก
รัด
เอก
คิว
สา
ให้
ร
เหรอแทรกก็ได้
แทร
นะ
กแปลว่ารัดคิวด้วย it's like
รัดคิวได้แทรก
get into the line
ใช่ใช่ก็มีสวดทรงค่ะที่ใช้อยู่สวดทรงหรือทรงเฉยๆทรง shape body shape sorry ทรง I mean ทรง yeah
or here Nonsi is maybe you heard the name, the BTS station. Chong Nonsi.
ช่องนนทรี
Chong Nonsi. We don't say Nontri.
นนทรี
Toro we pronounce as so. So Chong Nonsi.
ช่องนนทรีโอเคเข้า
Yeah,
ใจแล้ว
so
ค่ะเข้าใจ
you
แล้ว
just need to learn. And yes, that's all. 5 ways to use roria. Not so complicated, actually.
Okay. You want to come back and check out the comments?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Any
Mad
question, guys?
Max said hi from Australia. He was watching my live stream yesterday too. Thank you so much. ภาษาไทยง่ายมากนะคะ
ใช่คุณ Klaus. Yeah,
ตลอดอะคุณเขาอะมาเขียนภาษาไทยตลอดอะคนอื่นก็อ่านไม่รู้เรื่องเนี่ย เก่งจังเลยเขียนภาษาไทยได้
เก่งมากเขียนถูกด้วย
Andrew Patterson just ha ha ha. So true. Learn the Thai alphabet. Rolf said. That's right. So yeah, Tekin Chain got it as ethics.
What is the word ethics in Thai again, guys?
I'm counting. Janyaban. I'm pretty sure you remember what I said, the story. So, good morning.
Janyaban.
Traveler Matt. Michelle also got it right. Ethics. Yeah, or standards. Standards is มาตรฐานเนอะมาตรฐาน Janyaban is ethics. Yeah. สวัสดีครับครูซาร่าครูน้ำ Why is the word ทราบ read as ทราบ although it starts with tall and raw? We just explained that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
now you got the answer.
False cluster.
Lena's like tring tring tring, the one that I just did. Tring.
It's like ring 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 ring.
Yeah.
Bling 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 bling.
จริงเหรอจริงเหรอจริงเหรอครูน้ำคุณเรียนภาษาเยอรมันวันนี้แล้วหรือยัง
Noch nicht. Not yet.
It's so funny.
Your Thai is very good, Kun Klaus.
I'll ask Kruu Naam if she has studied German yet. And she
Maybe
said,
we change from แล้วหรือยัง we have learned new word ไซ maybe คุณ Klaus you should ask me ครูน้ำคุณเรียนภาษาเยอรมันวันนี้แล้วไซ
ไซมันแปลอย่างนั้นได้ด้วยนะมันแปลว่าแบบสักอย่างอะ touch ป่ะไซมันแปลว่าอย่างอื่นด้วยนะไซอะ
but maybe we yeah I know what you mean that verb but I'm not do they write it the same way maybe it's not ซอรอ need to check yeah
เดี๋ยวอ่านคำอันต่อมา Lena said can you read Lena's comment for me can you see it now you cannot see it right
I can see it yeah Lena said this is definitely advanced for me but I just listen
that's good okay Shane Janyaban and Michelle
ถูกต้องเก่งมาก and everyone write it correctly because this word is not easy at all how we write it we use non-name
you explain again จันจอ double รอ yeah it's un right the sound
ใช่ so double รอ without final consonant you get un sound so it's like there is a built-in non-nu in double raw the built-in non-nu so you pronounce จัน and ban the last syllable ban because there is non-name as a final consonant so you pronounce like and plus non-name the end sound as well so we pronounce ban so that means actually this is a good point the word ban right here บอใบไม้ double raw and non-name we pronounce as ban but actually if you delete non-name cut non-name it's still ban
yeah that's
it's
true
still ban it just you need to remember it's just you need to remember that จัญญาบัน the word ban you need non-name as a final consonant because that's the way we write it and of course it's not Thai language it's not Thai word it's not original Thai word
right okay let's do one last recap the first use is to use as รอเรือ trill R not rolling R okay not จริงเหรอ but จริงเหรอจริงเหรอ
จริงเหรอ
the second one is used as a final consonant like the word การกอไก่สระรอเรือการ
อาหารอาหาร
yeah for example
อาจารย์
the third one is like pawn yeah
The third one is use รอเรือ it's from สระอ
like or yeah, pawn
and
or
อ
อักษร yeah that word
ละคร drama ละคร
okay fourth way is
double รอ or รอหัน
double the word จรรยาบรรณ that we just showing you now
ใช่ remember this word because it includes two ways of using double รอ
oh actually Shane has another example ภรรยา that one is
ภรรยา
พันรยา not พันยา yeah ภรรยา
ใช่ภรรยาใช่
yeah, you have to remember learn by heart and then like remember it memorize it you cannot just there's sometimes there's no logic to explain the spelling and
ใช่ this is some word like Thai people just pronounce it the way that they like to do it and then that pronunciation become popular and then it break the rule yes but it's popular that way then yeah we pronounce like that and we just need to accept it
yeah. And the last usage is the
silent raw from false cluster
yeah the first one is like จริง
สร้าง
สร้าง sorry สร้าง not ทราบจริงสร้าง and so on and the other one is ทร as also yeah
exactly
okay anything else to add Kruu Naam you want to talk about your course
my course yeah like I said that who are watching this video right now my course is not for you but in case that you know someone that want to learn how to read and write Thai yeah they can contact me and if they are beginner I really recommend that they learn write and read Thai because that will help the pronunciation so much especially about the tone because you learn the tone rules you learn once you remember it become a skill and you don't need to learn it again but for someone who like okay you want to speak now I understand you learn the language you want to speak you don't want to sit and read but at the end at some point you can speak but you stop it's hard to move on to the next level if you don't know how to read and write Thai because one the materials is very limited like you cannot find the material that has the Romanized script for you for the high level for intermediate level exactly so then at the end you need to learn write and read Thai anyway in order to progress your Thai into the next level that means you need to relearn the basic thing and to fix the rules that you pronounce it wrong just in case that you cannot say it correctly since the beginning
so I'm also like you guys already know that I have beginners course right I don't use Thai writing in volume 1 and I mean volume 2 I provide dialogue but I don't teach writing there anyways but I would say usually like I'm sure now you know you do it the same way too like we're gonna teach speaking for a little bit right maybe 10-20 lessons
exactly
and at some point they gotta get into Thai writing because I don't know what else to teach so for the learners who don't want to get to Thai writing after 20 lessons I usually refer them to other Thai instructors because I honestly don't know what to teach yeah I cannot really teach intermediate learners with transliteration it just doesn't make sense and it's like wasting their time and my time I would say that so but like I understand like now already pointed out like when you first learn Thai you want to speak right away it's okay to learn without without Thai writing but I would say the latest like maximum sessions that you could do with maybe 20 lessons but the sooner you get into Thai script even though you take some courses that don't use Thai writing like for example my course you can also take like writing course together with that
right
you know because, so
I just want to say that when I teach the total beginner and if they want to learn 4 skills I don't teach 4 skills together in the same class anyway because you cannot start I cannot teach writing and reading and use the same material for the speaking class because writing and reading Thai it's I have to accept that it's not so simple like when you learn English or other languages so I always separate so this class is for speaking and listening so we practice this skill and another material I prepare for writing class because of course when we speak when we learn in a speaking class, the first class we talk about สวัสดีค่ะสบายดีไหมคะ and if we want to learn how to write the word สวัสดี with all the rules, you give up. It's
Yeah,
not gonna
exactly.
work because the word สวัสดี it's already difficult to learn.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
but
why it doesn't
honestly,
work.
guys, like even like with some of my intermediate learners, like students, they still need to work on their tones anyways, even though their writing is like already great. But tones will come in like with times. Like you cannot really force it. You have to work with your own pace. But writing will definitely help you. But again, at the end of the day, it's about the work and the efforts that you put in to learn the language. It's not so much about a teacher. I would say 20% from the teacher and 80% from the learner. If you get a
Exactly.
great teacher, great. But if you don't put any work in it, you're gonna waste your time and probably your money too. Yeah. So you have to work. That's why in my course and in my package, like lessons, private lessons, I always force my student to do homework. If they don't do homework, they're not gonna get anything. Like from my experience, if you just study twice a week or even once a week and you don't do the homework, there's no point
So
of
it's
studying.
not enough. It's not enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, anyways, that's about it, I guess. Someone said, I just love the way both of you conduct this lesson. Thank you. We're gonna do it again.
Thank you. Yeah. I will come.
Andrew said, good lesson. Thank you. Okay, thank you for watching. ขอบคุณสำหรับบทเรียนสำคัญนี้สำหรับครับครูน้ำครูซาร่า Oh, I really
I
like
think
how he used it correctly because he used ครับ before the name. You know, that's just correct.
exactly. Yeah.
Good. That's good. Polite particle comes before the name. Yeah, like สวัสดีครับครูน้ำครูซาร่า not สวัสดีครูซาร่าครูน้ำครับ That's good. That's good.
I'm not so sure if I'm wrong. I think the previous live session with you, it was him that asked about รอเรือ and double รอ and then I answered him, and that's why
Yeah.
I get an idea that okay, why not talking about this and everyone can learn at the same time. Thank you, Marcus. Marcus.
Marcus, if you guys want to request a topic, just leave in the comment section below, and then we're gonna consider that, and then next time we're gonna do a lesson like this again. Traveler Matt, who used to study with me, he's like, oh, I remember the homework definitely, and I'm a strict teacher. I remember that, right? So because I love pushing my student, and they love being pushed too. Because otherwise, like, what's the point of learning? You have to do the homework. Okay, Red Mark said, hi, Kruu Naam and Kruu Sarah. The tones are the one having difficulty on it. Just work. I work with your pace. Like I wouldn't don't be so hard on yourself. I remember one of my students. He's like every time he gets the tones wrong, he's probably watching me right now too. So I'm talking about you. Every time he gets a tone wrong, he's like, oh, like so frustrated with himself, right? It's okay to make mistakes. You just learn from them. Don't beat yourself up for just like, keep like, even though you keep doing the same mistakes, ask yourself, how can I overcome the problem, or how can I be better? Don't beat yourself up just because you do something wrong. We're not perfect. Keep practicing, keep reviewing, and then not reviewing, sorry. Keep doing revisions like homework and stuff. การบ้านอีกครั้ง
About the tone rules, I want to give some tips for about the tone practice. When you practice by yourself, I would recommend you to, especially for beginner, you practice tone by tone. Don't go like mixing. Like for example, maybe middle tone is hard for English speaker because you're not used to speaking like a robot, like that. So you practice only the word with middle tone until you can make it before you go to the next one. Don't mix. Okay, because if you mix, then you forget, oh, how I have to pronounce that word in that tone. Okay, so first fix on the tone that you have a problem most, and then practice with another tone.
Yeah, I think it's important to focus. Like, you cannot just remember everything all at once. Maybe pick one or two, like 2-3 main points maximum, I think, for each lessons. And then I find that from my experience, like when I teach so many things, the learner cannot remember them all. I probably pick like 3 points, and then keep reviewing that, points over and over.
Mhm.
Klaus บอกว่าไม่ชอบทำการบ้านจ้า
Oh, Cloud.
จ้า
Then you cannot learn with me if you cannot do homework. I warn you.
เอ้าเขาจะเรียนกับน้ำใช่ไหมเห็นแซวมาแซวน้ำตลอดเลยแต่กลัวน้ำพูดภาษาเยอรมันใช่ไหมอ๋อไม่เรียนกับซาร่าแล้วใช่ไหมงอนพูดเล่นนะคะตารางเต็มนะคะ my schedule is full anyways guys so I'm not taking new students right now and also Nam is not accepting new students
Yeah, it's on the list, but next year I start to open up for one or two student because a student I have been teaching since to early this year. They are moving on from beginner to maybe intermediate, so we reduce the number of hours per week finally, and then I can accept a new student next year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Nam and I right now we having a course, right? I mean, I'm gonna repeat my beginner course too. So if you want to study with me, you can sign up for the course because my private lesson schedule is completely full, guys. I cannot squeeze anyone in. But if you want to study with me, beginner course is available next year. Also, Nam around the same timeline, right? The third week of January, I think.
You mean for the group
your
class?
writing course? Yeah.
For Brian Reed Thai group class, I start early January, the 5th.
Oh, okay.
So
early
actually,
January.
if anyone want to learn Brian Reed Thai, please sign up now because because next week I will close the registration because I have to send all the PDF document and add you in a WhatsApp group. So
don't miss this opportunity to learn with Kruu Naamนะคะbecause she's so popular like me. We always have a wait list, guys. We always have a wait list. So if you should try her course. It's definitely great. Like great. I endorse it, and I guarantee that you're gonna learn so much from her. So that's it, I guess. Okay, มีคนถามมาค่ะ Marcus Che Tardor makes a sound. Yeah. He got that. Yeah. Thank you, Kruu Naam, for the tips. Red Mark
you're welcome.
Lena said, "Have a great day. Going to bed." Yeah, it's like what time is it? 2 a.m. in San Francisco.
She's from San Francisco. Okay. Oh, thank you for staying up late for us.
Okay. Thank you everyone for watching, and I think next week I will do how to text on Tinder episode 2. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I have a lot of things to get done. If I cannot make it, I'll do it before New Year, maybe like 10 days from now. So stay tuned for that. That will be just me, solo Sarah, talking about how to text on Tinder. I have a screenshot from Tinder that I was talking to some Thai guys just to collect information. Yeah. And for you guys,
Sarah.
I did this for you guys. I'm not usually on Tinder.
Before leaving, may I promote my new episode of my YouTube channel? Yeah.
Black Friday.
Exactly. So I have a new episode on my YouTube channel. It's called Blackboard Friday. So
Black Friday.
Blackboard Friday. So I just bring the topic, but mostly it's about like writing and reading Thai, and then I explain. And actually, mostly it's a topic that I have been teaching you guys here with Sarah as well, but that version will be like kind of short. So for example, today I explain we talk about that for 1 hour, but it's gonna be in my Blackboard Fridays for 10 minutes, for example. So if you want to,
they're not gonna get to see your face, right?
Yeah, but not my face, just like, but then you can focus on the content.
Are you saying that when we show our faces to distract them?
Maybe you get distracted by my hair.
Okay. All right, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the comments and feedback. We really appreciate those. And Nam definitely will come back for more lessons.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again and again and again.
Okay. วันศุกร์ผมไม่มีเวลา Klaus พูด Matt said, "Thank you both for the great stream." You're welcome. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's about it. All right, guys. Bye for now.
Bye. In Deutschland sagt man Tschüss.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.